Hi, this is David. In the last video I showed you how to create a MinIO server which gives us an actual data repository that we can read from and write to store objects or semi-structured data in. Now we can also use MinIO as a front end or a middleware to point to some other storage repository. And that's what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to use something called a MinIO agent rather than a MinIO server. And what that does is it'll point to an Azure storage repository. So we can write to Blob storage and read from Blob storage. Now at minio.com, you can see up the top there's a link for docs. And I was here before. I ran this command to create a MinIO server. But what I want to do is to scroll down to the MinIO gateway, and you can see there's 5 different gateways available. I'm interested in the MinIO gateway for Azure. And this is the command right here that I'm going to use. It's a Docker run command, so you'll have to install Docker. It'll expose a container on port 9000. I'll give it a name. Azure S3 is the name here. And here's the arguments. MinIO Gateway Azure. Remember before it was MinIO server. And then just like in the server, I have these environment variables, MinIO access key and MinIO secret key. But in the server, I was able to just create my own. In this case, it's important that I point them to the Azure Storage Account. So the access key will point to the name of the storage account, which is here, and the secret key will point to the storage account key, which is right here. Now you see I've already created an Azure storage account already. If you don't have one, first if you don't have an Azure account, go to azure.com and you can sign up for a free, I think it's a 30-day trial. And if you've never created a storage account, they're pretty easy to do. I've actually created a video in this series. Go ahead and find that one, and it'll show you all the details. But essentially, go to portal.azure.com, click on this big plus button right here, and search for storage account right there. Create, and then fill out this form with the name of the resource group, the name of it, where it is, what kind of redundancy you want to have, and click review and create, and then create. And that's it. And then you'll have that. I've already done that. It's all right here. So what I want to do now is I'm going to execute this command right here. So I'll copy it. I'll paste it into here. I'll get rid of these carriage returns right there. And what I want to do is I want to change this. I guess I can leave the name the same. That's fine. But the big thing I need to change is the access key will now be pointing to the actual name of my Azure storage account right here. So I'll copy that, and then I will paste it into there. That looks good. And the secret key, I'll point to this key right here. I'll pick key 1, but key 2 would work as well. And that will be right here. And everything else I can leave the same. So let me copy this command right here and just paste it into PowerShell. And there it is. It's up and running. I can actually go to this address right here, Control-C, and let me open up an in-private browser window to show you, just in case there's anything cached here. And something was cached, but the reason I don't want to do that, I want to sign out of this just to show you that when I sign back in, I want to make sure I sign in with the access key and the secret key that I used right here. The access key is going to be the name of my Azure storage account. There, and the secret key will be this long crazy thing right here. It's probably easier if I copy it from here. Okay, by the way, I'm going to delete this account after I publish this video, so don't bother hacking into me. And so here it is. So now I'm actually pointed to, it's showing up here in MinIO, but I'm actually pointed to the Azure storage account. How do I know that? Well, I can come in here and I can create a new bucket, and I'll call it bucket 1 right there, and that shows up right here. There's nothing in it. But if I go back over to my Azure Storage account and look at the Storage Explorer and open up my Blob containers, what used to be empty now has a bucket. And in fact, I can come in here and I can create a Blob container. I'll call it container 1, like that. And of course there's nothing in it, but if I come over here and I refresh this, I'll see there's container 1. And I can use this. I can upload files from here into the container, even though it was created elsewhere. So I'll do this after haircut JPEG right here. Now it's in container 1 here, and it's also in container 1 here. Similarly, I can go to bucket 1 and upload a file. Maybe a couple of files. Like that. And these two files there, they're in, I uploaded them through Azure Blob Storage Explorer into a container that I created in MinIO. And over here, you see that they appear here. So I can read, I can write, I can come in here, I can download that object, I can delete the object if I decide I want to delete robot.jpg from MinIO. Then when I come back over here and refresh, you see that it is gone from here. Similarly, if I delete this from here, then it also is deleted from here. So here in this video, I've shown you how to create a MinIO agent that points to an Azure Blob storage account. This is David. Thank you for watching.